Let's talk about the invisible force that keeps our entire world from, well, completely falling apart. It's not magic, it's maintenance. And getting a handle on it is the key to understanding how pretty much everything, from your phone to our power grids, actually works.
So, let me ask you a question. Think about your car, the building you might be sitting in right now, and the entire power grid. I mean, they seem totally different, right? But they all share one critical weakness.
That's right. The answer is maintenance. Without it, everything, and I mean everything, eventually just grinds to a halt. But what does that word really mean? It's a way of thinking that goes way beyond just fixing things when they break. At its heart, maintenance is just everything we do to keep stuff working. And a really great way to think about it is this little formula: care plus repair plus prevention. And that last piece, prevention, that's the big idea that's going to unlock everything else we're about to dive into. Okay, so let's start with the most basic and, honestly, often the most dangerous philosophy out there, the good old wait-and-see approach. This is all about reacting to problems after they've already blown up in your face. You've heard this one before, for sure. The motto here is simple and really kind of telling: run it till it breaks. It's a mindset that just accepts failure as a given, and it's the foundation of what we call reactive maintenance. Officially, this is called breakdown maintenance, and it only kicks into gear after a total failure. Picture a critical motor just burning out. The only goal at that point is this frantic scramble to replace it and get things moving again. But the cost, in both lost time and money, can be absolutely staggering.
But what happens when that breakdown isn't just an inconvenience? What if it's a real, genuine crisis? Well, that's when we jump into a whole new level of reactive thinking. And this is emergency maintenance. Now, we're talking about situations with immediate safety risks. Things like a fire hazard, a critical pressure leak, you name it. This stuff is totally unplanned, it's chaotic, and it always takes top priority because the stakes are just so incredibly high.
So, if reacting to failures is so expensive and chaotic, what's the alternative? Well, it takes a complete change in mindset, what we're going to call the proactive shift. It's all about moving from constantly fighting fires to, well, preventing them from ever starting in the first place.
And here, when you put the two philosophies side by side, it's just night and day. The reactive approach, it's unpredictable, expensive, and defined by chaos. The proactive approach, it's planned, it's methodical, and it brings costs and operations back under your control. It's really a fundamental shift from chaos to order. And this brings us to that simple but super powerful motto of the proactive world: fix it before it breaks. This single idea right here is the key to cutting costs, making things safer, and building systems you can actually rely on. The official name for this is Preventive Maintenance, or PM for short. It's all about scheduled, routine things you do before a failure can even happen. I'm talking about things like regular inspections, keeping things lubricated, or tightening a few bolts. These are simple tasks that can stop catastrophic failures down the road. The whole goal here is long-term health and reliability. But what if you find a problem during one of those inspections? I mean, it hasn't caused a failure yet, but you can tell trouble is brewing. Well, that leads us right into our next type of maintenance. This is corrective maintenance. You've spotted a fault, maybe a belt looks worn out or some parts are a little misaligned, and you act to fix it before it can lead to a full-on breakdown. So here's the crucial part. This is still proactive because you're getting ahead of a bigger failure. But we can take this even further. Beyond just fixed schedules and visual checks, the future of maintenance is all about listening to the machines themselves. It's about using data to stop guessing and start predicting. And the motto here is all about precision. Fix it exactly at the right time. See, if you fix it too early, you're wasting time and money. Fix it too late, and things break. This approach aims for that perfect sweet spot. So, how does this actually work? Well, it's a pretty clear four-step process. First, you monitor your equipment using all sorts of advanced tools. Second, you analyze that data to find subtle trends. Third, you use those trends to predict when a failure is likely to happen. And finally, you perform maintenance just in time, which optimizes your resources and prevents downtime. It's pretty amazing.
Now, there's a close cousin to this predictive approach. It's another really smart strategy that also uses data, but in a slightly different way.
This is called condition-based maintenance, or CBM, and this is a really important distinction. While predictive maintenance forecasts a failure in the future,
CBM acts on the present. It gets triggered the moment real-time data hits a specific limit you've already set. Think of it like a smoke alarm. If the machine's temperature spikes, you take action immediately. It's all about responding to the current state, not some long-term prediction.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of different types, from reactive all the way to predictive. But here's the thing, it's not about choosing just one. The smartest way to look at all this is to see it not as a list of options, but as a complete toolbox.
And the ultimate goal of using this toolbox is to get to this state: no surprise maintenance. This is the whole idea behind what's called planned maintenance. It's not really a new type, it's more like the umbrella system that organizes, schedules, and documents all of your proactive work so you can finally get rid of the chaos.
This table really brings it all home, doesn't it? You've got breakdown, which happens after failure. You've got preventive, which uses a schedule to act before failure. And you've got predictive, which uses data to act just in time to optimize everything. The big takeaway here, each one has its place. And this, right here, is probably the most important lesson of all. A truly great maintenance strategy isn't about picking the one best type. It's about creating a smart mix. You let a non-critical light bulb run until it breaks. That's a conscious, smart choice. But you'd use the most advanced predictive tools on a critical power plant turbine. It's all about applying the right tool from the toolbox to the right job, all under one single, cohesive plan.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Think about your own life, maybe at work or even at home. Where are you stuck in that reactive, run-it-till-it-breaks cycle? And where could a proactive shift, fixing it before it breaks, make all the difference?